I think fishing and boating is one of the better pastimes. You can spend time with family, friends. There's not generally a whole lot of anxiety and craziness that goes on when you're in a boat. It's good times and great memories. I think as much as anything, I think it's just part of the culture here. My name's Scott Owens. I'm a local fishing guide over 20 years for Southeastern Angling, co-owner, and the Georgia Fishing Company. I grew up in St. Augustine, Florida as a child until I moved here in '89. So I was looking for something to do at that age, and fishing just captured me. And I remember fishing in little ponds when I was a kid and stuff, and then catching my first saltwater fish. I was hooked, and from there, sky was the limit. I'm 47 now, and we have a pretty thriving business now. We've got 7 captains, and we do a lot of trips, and we can do everything. And we do kids and family trips all the way up to the fly fishing.
It's probably the best commute to work that anybody could ever ask for. You're by yourself, you get to look at a lot of wildlife, drink your coffee in peace. It's a really good, it's a good feeling. Freedom. As soon as I push away from the dock, that's what the feeling is freedom.
I put as much love into what I do every day as I can, and just try to share that as much as anything with the people that are on my boat. That's I think the best thing about it is just watching people that sit in an office 5 days a week and work themselves to death or take care of kids and do this and that, to get them out there and let them have a good time. One of the biggest things is taking kids. I get on the boat to see the smiles on their faces when they catch first fish or a biggest fish. They're the ones that also are helping us protect this coast as future generations come along. And so it's real important to have them on the boat to educate them.
I can tell you that I've never had somebody call me from somewhere in another country and tell me they want to fly all the way here to go fish for speckled trout. But I've had a lot of them come to fish for redfish. They were what paid my bills, period. And that has completely changed now to where I have to target other fish. I used to never go out in the ocean and fish. I've been in the ocean for the last 5 charters. I have personally watched our schools on the flats and in creeks in the St. Simons, Cumberland area decrease by such a big number that it wouldn't even be believable. They are gone, and I don't know if it is from overfishing, from water quality, from the pollutions that we have in this area. I don't know any fisheries, to be honest with you, that people say it's better today than it was 30 years ago.
I pick up trash every day. I picked up 2 helium balloons that were in the water offshore today and 4 water bottles. We have to not only be aware of what we're doing, but we have to be aware of the consequences. I mean, most people walk out and you see somebody throw some trash on the ground. Well, it's not their yard, they don't think, but it is. It's all of our yards.
That's what most people don't understand about this is what happens 20 and 30 miles inland affects what happens right here on the coast. First thing you do is come experience the coast, whether it's in Savannah or St. Simons, Cumberland, if you go camping. I think once you experience it, then you can appreciate it. Then you got to get a little bit more involved. Some people can get involved financially to help organizations like 100 Miles, any of the river keepers, stuff like that. Be aware, appreciate the small things. Pay attention to the little things. If you see a dolphin, don't just look at the dolphin, look at what it's doing and then wonder why it's doing it. Or if you see a bird feeding in an area, wonder why it's feeding there. You got to witness a sunset here in the fall. That's when it's the best. So you see how the tops of the grass back here are kind of a goldish color? So when that sun gets low, that stuff it looks like 14 karat gold. It's crazy. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
I don't know where this business will be in 20 years. I hope it is what it is, but I think it's our job as captains to educate our clients and share what we know so that this is around in 20 years or 30 years for everyone to enjoy. And I think with the youth, they're not gonna have it as good as I had it when I was a kid, I don't think, especially with the outdoors. But if you share it with them and make them fall in love with it, like somebody shared with me, I think they take pride in it and ownership. And so then as they grow older, they can learn, educate, and pass it on to the point where it's not all condominiums and concrete. We want to see what's behind me. We don't want that to go away.